It's like working with my brother.
Why, brother?
It's my wife's brother.
Jordi, ¿qué tal? Bien.
Perfecto, muy contento.
Es un placer para mí.
Igualmente, un placer. I think it's important to differentiate roles, as you said. I think the day-to-day is obviously the head coach, Patrick Kluivert here, together with the staff, but there's also very important in football is the strategy. The short-term, middle-term, long-term strategy to grow, to get the maximum out of a very big population that you have here, and to try to really grow, to try to find those talents already at a very young age, because then you have a much better national team in the future. So I think it's about, football is not only about the pitch, it's also about making the right strategic decisions to try to take the maximum out of the future. I'm the kind of person that when I go for a project, I go full. First thing to do is to analyze, to study everything, to talk with a lot of professional coaches and players that are playing in the league to understand and to get a better idea of understanding the players' mentality, the sport mentality, the physical side, their idea of football, just to get a more broad idea. And from there on, of course, to try to study how we can find improvement points. I think that's vital. But on the other hand, also, we have 4 games in the coming months, which are very important, and try to help and support the coaching staff with whatever they need, try to get those results going. I think the steps have already been made. We already see, Gerald is also there, and Patrick is there. They work together, they know each other, they have similar football vision. So it always makes the process a lot easier than everybody just doing their own thing with their own ideas. That doesn't unify. So I think the steps are clearly being made already. Well, I think it has to be somebody who has experience with different countries, different cultures, different strategies. I also think it's imperative that the person can work together with a national team coach from all the ages, and from there on to design the right structure, help in the day-to-day. I think it's important to have somebody here to really kind of design the strategy and to know exactly where we want to go and how to get there. My father was a football player, means as a young kid you have to keep moving from one country to another. It gives you a sense of fast adaptation in a positive way. You learn to adapt very quick, to analyze very quick. In my life, it's one of the things I love the most, to discover new places, new cultures, new ways of thinking, and to try to find a successful formula to get the maximum out of it. It makes you open-minded, it makes you understanding, it makes you also understand different cultures, different ways of thinking. And to be honest, the Dutch style, normally it's a very beautiful way of playing football, trying to dominate, trying to play to win. And together with the Spanish mentality, they have also a very strong winning mentality. So the mix of both is a very interesting mix. Things don't happen from one day to another. Yes, of course, we come here to try to bring the quickest immediate results that we can, to create the belief, to create the happiness, to give a right answer to all the passion that people have for football here and for the country. But I do think decisions are being made. Good players who have choices, they choose to play for their roots, for this country. And I think people can see it both ways. It's happening everywhere. It's a very general thing nowadays in football.
It's true.
But the fact is there's a lot of young talents at a young age who might still have an opportunity to play for the country that they've basically playing for many years, but still they have to make a choice and they choose to respect their roots, the parents' roots, the grandparents' roots. And I think that's very positive, and I think people have to see it in a very positive, admiring way because they follow the heart. It means the belief is there. Players, they want to come here and they want this country to be proud of them. And I think it's something we should really respect and admire because it's a beautiful thing. To follow your family's roots. I respect it a lot. For me, I think I'm one of the few players who played for the Holland national team without ever having played a game in the Dutch league. So I do understand that part. I had the option to play for Spain and also the option to play for the Holland national team. My first language was Spanish. I spent most of my life living in Spain, but I played for Holland. And it's one of those decisions you make with your heart, and you just feel it's the right one, and that's the decision I made.